welcome back. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial. I haven't done a makeup tutorial in such a long time and I really wanted to kind of play around with some color, especially since we're going into the warmer months. I did pull out my Morphe 35P palette and my Morphe 35F to create a gold, yellow and purple cut crease, and I really love the way that it turned out, especially with the eyeliner. I feel like it really pulls the look together. I also did just want to address the elephant in the room. If you guys are wondering what this is right here, these are steri strips. If you guys have seen my most recent videos, I'm sure you all noticed that I did have a pretty big bump right here. I do get cysts from time to time, and that's what that was. So I did decide to get it removed. I did get my stitches out, but now I have to leave these steri strips on, and they're supposed to fall off on their own within a week or two. So you will be seeing them in my videos and in my pictures. So please don't mind them. They're just trying to keep my incision closed, making sure it's clean and all of that nonsense. So if you are new to my channel, then welcome. I hope you're here to stay. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. That way you are notified for any videos in the future. And if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, then please keep watching.
First, we're starting off with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is a silicone-based primer that is going to fill in your pores and smooth out everything on your face. That way your foundation applies seamlessly. Then we're going into the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I did a full wear test demo review on this foundation and I absolutely loved it. It looks extremely natural on the skin, makes your skin look flawless. It has a medium coverage so you are still able to see my freckles peeking through, but I do like that because we are getting into the warmer months. I kind of want to display my freckles more than I normally would in the winter time. So next I'm going in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I have two shades in this concealer. I have NC30, which is what I'm applying now, and I have NC35. I thought I picked up NC35, but I didn't. I picked up the lighter one. So I tried to be a little bit light with the application and just blended it out. That way it wasn't so stark white on the face. Then I'm going to set all of that with the RCMA loose powder, and personally I think this powder is okay. I think it does give a little bit of a white cast underneath the eyes, so if you are tan or darker skin toned, this may do the same for you, especially since you have darker skin than me. So now we are going to start getting into the eyeshadow. I am taking my Morphe M433 blending brush and I am going into the lighter purple transition shade in the palette, building it up on the outer corner and slightly bringing it up into the crease with whatever is left on the brush after building it up in the outer corner. And I'm doing the same with this second transition shade. It's a little bit darker, so I took a little bit of a more precise blending brush, which is the one from Sigma, and I am trying to be a little bit lower than where I applied that first transition shade, but with the same technique. Now I'm going into this darker purple with my pencil brush, and I am focusing it on the outer corner, but I'm also bringing it into the crease because my plan is to do a cut crease today. So now I am just taking my Morphe M433 blending brush with no additional product and blending out that darker purple, but I'm using a very, very light hand because if you put too much pressure trying to blend out those colors, you might make it look a little bit patchy if you're too rough with it. So make sure that you do use a light hand when you go back to blend out all of your colors. Next, I'm going in with this dark eggplant color with the most precise brush that I have. This is a very tiny brush from EcoTools, and I'm just trying to kind of build up a line where I want the cut crease to be, just to add some definition, but then I'm going back and blending that out with my pencil brush that I used to apply that darker purple, just to blend it out a little bit, make sure it's not overly harsh or anything. And then I'm just going back with the second transition shade that we applied earlier and blending everything out all together to again make everything look seamless. Now I am taking my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and this is an e.l.f. concealer brush, I believe, and I applied the concealer to the back of my hand, dipped the concealer brush into the concealer, kind of wiped off the excess, and I am trying to carve out the shape of where I want the cut crease to be. This is by far the easiest technique that I've ever tried for cut creases, so I highly suggest this for beginners. You just want to make sure that you don't apply too much concealer on the lid, because then it could get a little bit messy. It can get all over the place, especially if you look up, and you don't want that. So just make sure you apply a little bit at a time, pat it out to make sure there's not too much concealer. Now this is the eyeshadow that I went in for the 35F palette. It is a very warm gold. It even has a little bit of an orange shift to it, I feel, and I feel it looks so beautiful with the purple. So I'm using my Sonia Kashuk number 110 concealer brush. It's a flat synthetic brush. It is perfect for very foiled eyeshadows like this one, and because we just applied that concealer, it's still a little bit wet, so it helps the eyeshadow pop even more, and the eyeshadow is able to stick to it a lot better than it would a dry eyelid per se. So I applied a yellow eyeliner to the waterline. This is one step that you definitely do not have to do if you're not comfortable with it. I used the Punch eyeliner from ColourPop, but you can go ahead and apply a black eyeliner to the waterline. That will also look beautiful. And I just smudged the dark eggplant shade with a flat definer brush on the lower lash line, and then I am blending that out with the darker purple and the pencil brush that we used earlier. Now I am going into the very light pastel lavender purple with the Sonia Kashuk number 110 concealer brush, and I am using that for my inner corner highlight. This is another step that you can modify if you feel that it's too much color for you. You can go instead with this light gold that I'm applying to the brow bone, and instead apply that to the inner corner to make it a little bit more wearable. Now I'm going in with the Inglot Gel Liner in number 77. This is a Morphe eyeliner brush. I forget the number of it. I will leave it down below, but I really like this brush for this particular gel liner because this gel liner is so creamy that you can get a little bit too much on the brush. So I like this eyeliner brush because it allows me to really work with the product, flick it out on the outer corner to create that wing, and it really allows me to get in on that inner corner to create that cat shape like you see me doing. I applied the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara to the upper and bottom lashes. Then I applied these Kiss Foaming Lashes off camera. They're okay, not my favorite, but they are affordable, so if you are on a budget, these are great for that. And then I'm going in to my bronzer, and this is the ColourPop Face Duo Topaz. I applied that to the cheeks and the corners of my forehead. Then I'm going in with my contour shade. As you can see, I broke my favorite contour shade in the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I think it's about time to get a new palette, don't you guys think so? I am then applying my highlight. This is the Gerard Cosmetics Marilyn Star Powder, and I'm applying that with my Sigma E40 blending brush. I really like how this applies the highlight very precisely so it's not all over the place. Now I am going in with Dose of Colors Stone Liquid Lipstick, and I was so indecisive this day. I thought that this looked a little bit too pink for my liking, especially since our eyes are so loud. So I went in with sand after I patted out the stone shade. I went in with sand to apply that to the center, but then I thought, you know, maybe we can just use it to light it up. But then it was a little bit too light for me, so then I went back in with stone, applied that to the corners to create an ombre lip. So you guys can choose whatever lip you would like. This is what I ended up wearing, so I really hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Leave any comments, suggestions down below for the next time. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!
You've got one life to live, don't let it go.